Now we will discuss about $right system task. Here you can see two files. One is a run file. It's nothing but a do file, tickle script file. And this one is the test bench file. First we will discuss about run file. This VLib is the command for library creation and my library name is work. This vlog is the command for compile. System task is the test bench name and this is with a .v extension. vsim is the elaboration command and the system task also test bench name. After vlib, vlog, vsim, we have to maintain space and this is the run space hyphen all. This command is for simulation. Okay. This script is called tickle script. It will be with .2 extension. Now we will discuss about test bench. So this code started with module and ended with end module. There is no space after in the end module and there is no semicolon at the end of end module. After module, we have to maintain space. So this is the test bench name, system task. It should end with semicolon. And I used initial procedural block. There are multiple statements inside this block. So I used begin end. There are three write statements here, $write statements. One is write one and second one is write two with new line. Third one is write three. We know write one will give display in the same line by default. So write one will display in the same first line. There is no new line after write one. So write two also will come in the same line. It means write one, write two will come in the same line. But after write two, I used new line /n. So write three will come in the second line. If I don't use this new line, write three also will come in the same line. Okay, we can see the result here. The same result we will run and see. So here I am copying my path and I am opening model simulator. So I am changing the directory with the cd command and a space and flower brackets. Inside flower brackets, paste the path and press enter. Then to run the simulation, I have to give do space run.do command. This run is the run file name, .do is the extension and do is the command. Then press enter. Now we can see the output, simulated output. So here we can see write one, write two came in same line, but write three came in different line because of new line construct. So this is the code to understand the difference between $write with new line and without new line. And it is telling about $write system task also. Okay. Now we will discuss the difference between dollar stop and dollar finish. Here in my folder, you can see two files. So one is run file, another one is verilog test bench file. I want to see the waveform, so I given a wave command. So this is add space wave space star. If I don't give, I won't get waveform. This star indicates add all the signals to the wave. Now we'll see the test bench file. TB is the test bench name, and clock and reset are variables. So these are rich data type variables. These two variables I used in the procedural block, so I have to mention the variables. Otherwise, we'll get error. Okay. So inside this procedural block, there are multiple statements I used at begin end. Here I taken clock value as 0 and reset as 1. We can take any values. And for dollar stop, I given 100, and for dollar finish, I given 900. This is also as example, you can give any timings. So here, our main intention is to observe the difference between dollar stop and dollar finish, or what is the purpose of dollar stop and dollar finish. Okay. So according to this code, simulation will pause at 100, but simulation will end at 1000. Okay, that will see. I will run and execute, that will see. And here you can see the result explanation. Same we will see after executing this code. Okay. I am copying the path and opening the simulator model sim. So see the waveform. This time exactly if I want to show, this is 100. Okay. Now observe this button. When you observe this button, what is the name coming? Continue run. If you click this continue run, now simulation is paused. If you click this button, simulation will continue further. Now it is asking to finish or not. We have to click no. Now see the waveform. So simulation ended at 1000. Okay. So either we can click this button, or you can use a command in the transcript, run hyphen continue. That also will work. Okay. So dollar stop is to pause the simulation, dollar finish is to end the simulation. This is the difference. Okay. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the difference between dollar stop and dollar finish. That same code I wrote in a different way. We can see here. During the variable declaration only, I given values to the clock and reset. So in this case, we can remove this clock and reset in the procedural clock. So in this way also we can do that same code. Okay. This lecture is about the difference between dollar display and dollar stroke. So in this procedural block, I given 4 statements, 2 dollar displays and 2 dollar strokes. Here the similarity is display and stroke, they will get new line by default. That is the similarity. But the difference is priority. So display related statements, they will come at first, and strobe related, they will come at last. Okay, so display gets the first priority. Later strobe get the priority. So here display 2 I wrote as a third statement in the procedural block, but it came at second. Okay. Strobe is second statement here, but it came at third place. This display 1 and display 2, they came in the new line by default. And in the same way, strobe also, strobe 1, strobe 2, they will come in the different lines by default. In this lecture, we'll see the difference between $write and $display. Here there are 4 statements in the procedural block, 2 writes and 2 displays. The similarity is write and display will get the same priority. But the difference is the writes will display in the same line, but displays by default they will display in the different lines. Okay. Let us see the first statement in the procedural block. Here, after write, I used new line construct. Because of this, this write 2 will display in the next line. See, write 1 came in the first line, write 2 came in the next line. If there is no new line, write 2 also will come in the first line along with write 1. Okay. So, this display is coming along with write. Along with write. Why? Because of this new line, whatever there next to the statement, they will come in the different line, next line. If there is no new line, this write 2 and display 1, these two also come along with write in the same line. Okay. Even there is a new line or no new line, this display 2 will come in the different line. Okay. This is the difference. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the difference between $write and $display. There I used new line construct. So here I taken same code exactly, just I removed this new line. So then result will come like this. This lecture is about dollar monitor. I have already done 3 videos, but in the 3 videos I compared this dollar monitor with the dollar display. But from this lecture onwards, I will do some series of lectures on only dollar monitor to give more details about this dollar monitor. Okay, here we can see 2 files, run and system task. The system task file is a test bench file. So in this code, you can see this is variable declaration, and I given 2 different values with a delay for that variable A. Here I used 2 procedural blocks. So in the previous course, I have used only 1 procedural blocks. So here I used 2 procedural blocks. So in this second procedural block, I wrote monitor statement, that also one monitor. So there are 2 different values and with the time delay. So this monitor will capture 2 values. That's why we are getting 2 displays. The same code I can do in another way with a single procedural block. I will remove the second procedural block, and this dollar monitor statement I will keep after this begin here. Then also we will get same. However, the result now we will get same. Okay. So in further lectures, we will see more details, more different codes about this dollar monitor to understand completely. This is the 5th lecture. about dollar monitor. Here we can see two files. One is run file and another one is verilog test bench file. This is the test bench code. If you compare this code with the previous lecture, the only difference is in second procedural block I used two monitors. In previous code only one monitor. Okay. So here even we use two monitors. Here you can see the display latest monitor only capturing the values, different values. Monitor 1 not captured. So here the point is with respect to dollar monitor, it's not matter how many times we wrote the dollar monitor state. Okay, it is with respect to different values with the delay. Okay, that we have to observe. In this lecture also we will discuss about dollar monitor. Here we can see two files, run file and verilog test bench file. This is the code. This code is almost same as previous lecture code. In that previous lecture code, I given different values with a delay. Here I given same values. That's only the difference. But result is changed. Because of this code difference, the result is changed. Okay. In the previous code, we got two monitor values or two monitor displays because of different values and delay. Okay. Here same value, so we are getting only one value, that also taking latest monitor value. This is the seventh lecture and dollar monitor. Here we can see the run file and verilog test bench file. This is the code. Here I used only one procedural block, but in this code I used repeat. Okay, I kept this dollar monitor statement in the repeat block, but I have not used any time in the repeat block. That you have to observe. So this is the result. So this dollar random generating some 32-bit number and the size of this variable is 1 bit. So it is taking only 1 bit. That's why we are getting 1 bit. Okay. So in the next code or next lecture, I will keep the time in this repeat block. Then we'll see what's the change we'll see compared to this code and that code. Okay. So continue watching to that lecture to understand the difference and to know more about dollar. This is the 8th lecture on dollar monitor. Here we can see two files. One is a run file and another one is verilog test bench file. This is the test bench code. This code is almost same as previous lecture code. So in the previous lecture code, I have not used time in the repeat block, but here I use time in the repeat block. So when we keep dollar monitor statement in the repeat block with time, we get to display monitor display for iteration number of times. But in the previous code, I have not used time, so I got only one monitor display. Okay. So when we keep dollar monitor with time in the repeat block, it will come iteration number of times. So that we have to observe. And one more thing, see first display is one, second display also same value, no? We generally tell monitor with respect to value changes. But when we keep this monitor in the repeat block, even though there is no value change, we will get iteration number of times display. But this should we should use time, then only it will happen. Okay. So continue to watching further lectures also because still some more there to know about dollar monitor. Okay, even though this is eighth lecture, still we can know more things about dollar monitor. Okay, this is the ninth lecture on dollar monitor. Here we can see run file and verilog test bench file. This code exactly same as previous code. Just I moved this dollar monitor statement position from here to here. In the previous code it was after time, this delay. Now I moved to here. Even though we will get same result as previous code, like iteration number of monitor displays. Okay, so this code I am showing wherever the position of dollar monitor statement in the repeat, whenever we use time, we will get iteration number of displays, monitor displays. Okay, that we have to observe here. This is the 10th lecture on dollar monitor. Here we can see run file and verilog test bench file. Here what I did, I moved this dollar monitor statement outside to repeat block. Okay, and in the repeat block I use time. So we will get result like this. It means 10 iterations happening and dollar random generating random values for 10 times. But out of 10 times, first time we got 0. Then value change, then we got second time. And third time also value change happened. And fourth time also value change happened. So there are 4 value changes out of 10 iterations. So those 4 values captured by monitor. Okay. Suppose if I move this dollar monitor inside to this repeat block, irrespective of value changes, we will get to iteration number of monitor displays. Okay, that we have to observe. Still, some more codes are there about dollar monitor. So keep watching those videos also to understand complete. This is the 11th lecture on dollar monitor. Here we can see run file and verilog test bench file. This code looking different than previous code, but the nature or behavior or result of both codes is same. In the previous code, I used one procedural block. Here I used two procedural blocks. Okay. So here, it means this dollar monitor is not there in repeat. So even 10 iterations happening, we are getting value changes 4 times. So those 4 values is captured by monitor. That's why we got result like this. Okay. This lecture is about the difference between dollar display and dollar monitor. Here we can see two files. One is run file and another one is verilog test bench file. Okay. This is the verilog test bench file. In this procedural block, I used 4 statements, 2 display related and 2 monitor related. And this is the simulated result. So the nature of dollar display is when compared to monitor, how many times we give display statement, that many times we will get in the result. Display 1, display 2, 2 times. So 2 times. Okay. In both cases, a value is 0 itself. Because we given a value 0 in 2 places. And the nature of monitor is not how many times. Here we can see I given 2 times, but we got only one monitor. That also second monitor. It means latest monitor. Okay. Here the nature of monitor is about different values. About different values. So here I given same value. So that's why we are getting only one monitor. That also will get a latest monitor. Okay. But with this code you cannot complete understand the nature of display and monitor. You have to see the further lectures to get complete understand. Okay. And the observation, the code and the output observation is important in this display and monitor lectures. Okay. This is the second and continuation lecture about the difference between dollar display and dollar monitor. Here we can see two files, a run file and verilog test bench file. In this verilog test bench file, in the procedural block, I given four statements. Two are display related and two are monitor related. This is almost same as previous lecture, but here I changed a values. So in the previous code, a value both places 0, but here I changed the value. Okay, that's the difference. So that output also differs. The nature of dollar display we know how many times we give display that many times. So two displays, so two times came. But the nature of monitor is the different values, not how many times we give it. Even though here there are different values, we get only one monitor. Okay, because there is no timing in this code. Okay, so in the next lecture I will use timing so that we can see the difference between this code and the next code. Okay, so here we are getting latest monitor value and latest a value that you have to observe. Okay, continue watching further lectures, then only you can completely understand the difference or nature of dollar display and dollar monitor. Okay, this is the third lecture to discuss the difference between dollar monitor and dollar display. Here we can see two files, one is run and another one is verilog test bench file. In this verilog test bench file, this is the third lecture to discuss the difference between dollar monitor and dollar display. In the second or previous lecture, I have not used any timing, but here we can see the timing. And one more difference is here I taken 2-bit binary values per year. Whether it is a 2-bit binary, 1-bit binary, that's no matter. Okay. And one more thing, we have to mention this variable data type. I mentioned its type and size. Even in previous course also I mentioned. Otherwise we'll get error. Okay. So here the thing we need to observe. We know the nature of dollar display. So two times given, so two times came. So display 100, display 210 because we given different value. But the nature of monitor is here two different values. So this is binary 00 2-bit and this is binary 10. Okay, 2-bit. So here there are two different values and there is a timing also. So that's why we will get two monitor displays. This monitor one capturing the this value, first A value, monitor two capturing second A value. Okay. So I hope you observe the difference between dollar display and dollar monitor in this lecture and in previous two lectures also. But continue watching further lectures also because still you need to know something. Still you need to know more about dollar monitor. Okay, that I will discuss in further.